Hi guys, welcome to another video of English with RS, and in this video we want to learn expressions of time recorded for advanced learners or IELTS learners. Expressions of time mostly are used in time adverbial clauses, and in this video we want to study some of the most important expressions of time expressions, such as once, till, until, the first, the next, or the last time, as soon as, ever since, from the moment, every so often, and whenever. So let's get down to it. First one is once, which is a conjunction, and once means from the time when something happens, from the time when something happens, from the time when something happens. The first example, like it or not, like it or not, whether you like it or not. Once you stop studying, you'll forget what you've learned. Once means from the time you stop studying, you'll forget the rest. You'll forget what you've learned. So you should not stop studying. Study English on a regular basis, daily. Do not stop studying, because once you stop studying, you'll forget. Next one. Once I wake up, I'm not very approachable until I've had my cup of coffee. Well, we're gonna study until, but once I wake up, from the time I wake up, something happens. I'm not very approachable. Don't come close to me, because when I'm not approachable, it means I'm in a bad mood and you can't come close to me, because I'm gonna nag. I'm not gonna be good with you, so I'm not very good. I'm not very approachable. You shouldn't approach me until we're gonna study that. It changes. I've had a cup of coffee, and then I'm good, and then I'm kind, and then I'm friendly with you. Next. Once I got to the point means I said what I wanted to say clearly. I communicated better. I got my point across. She fully understood what I have been through. Once, from the moment that this happened, from the moment I got to the point. Maybe before that I was just talking vaguely, speaking with I don't know, dubious words, ambiguous words, and then I started to talk clearly. Then I started to be frank. Then I started to be blunt. And then from that time, from that particular point in time, she fully understood what I have been through. She understood me. Once I got to the point, from the moment something happened. Next. Once in the US, oh, this is not a full clause. The drugs are distributed to all the major cities. Once in the US. Maybe this was a clause that has been reduced. Once something happened in the US. Once these drugs existed in the US. But it was shortened. Once in the US. So bear in mind that sometimes we can reduce clauses into phrases. And once it happens, once in the US, the drugs are distributed to all the major cities. And pay attention to this comma when our adverbial clause is the first clause. We separated from the main clause with a comma. Once I got to the point, comma. The previous examples. Once you stop studying, comma. Once I wake up, comma. This only happens if the first clause is the adverbial. If the first clause is the adverbial clause. If our first clause is main clause and the next clause is the adverbial, we shouldn't separate it with a comma. The next time expressions that we want to study is till and until. Until means something continues, then it stops at one time, at a particular time. Something continues, then stop. Continues, then stop. At one particular point of time. Example, I have never thought about it. I have never thought about it until now. Until now. Something continues and then a stop at some time. Means, I have never thought about it, but now I have thought about it. Now I'm thinking about it. So something continues to exist until it stops and something else happens maybe. I carried on studying means carry on means continue. Continue without a stop. I carried on stopped studying until stop. One of my classmates told me that the test had been put off. Oh, Arash, you didn't know that? Yeah, I was studying all night and I didn't know that the test had been put off. Put off means cancelled and postponed. Cancelled and postponed, delayed. And one of my friends called me and said, Arash, are you studying? I said, yes. He said, oh, you don't know that. The test has been cancelled. The test was cancelled for tomorrow. And don't study. Just relax, chill out, rest. Oh, I didn't know that. So I carried on studying until my friend called me and told me that a test had been put off. Next. Until people have put themselves in a diabetic patient's shoes, they can't understand what craving for sweets is. Diabetic people have a hard time avoiding sweets because they have a craving. Craving means a powerful desire for something. A powerful desire for. When you crave for sugar, you have a powerful desire for sugar. You want to eat sugar with your heart. So craving is a powerful desire, and diabetic people have a powerful desire for eating sweet things, eating sweets. And people don't know that. So until people put themselves in their shoes, means thinking like them, behaving like them, or understanding them, putting themselves in their place. Until this happens, something continues and then a stop. Until people do this, it means people cannot understand diabetic people. And this continues and then a stop when people put themselves in diabetic people's shoes. Next. And pay attention to the comma. When the time clause is the second clause, we don't separate the clauses with comma. The manager believes that this corporate won't be profitable until all the employees have fully put their back into their jobs. Put your back into your jobs means dedicate yourself fully to your job. Work deeply and with full attention, for example. Put your back into your job. The manager believes this corporate won't be profitable, means able to make money. This company, this corporate won't be able to make money. And this continues till this condition continues to exist. And then it stops at this point. Then it stops when employees have fully put their back to the job. The second clause is the adverbial clause, so we don't separate these two clauses with a comma. Next example. In Northern Europe, daytime temperatures are often quite mild until late autumn. Here we don't have two clauses, we have only one clause, and until late autumn is a prepositional phrase. And since this phrase is at the end of the sentence, we don't separate it with a comma. And it means daytime temperatures are often quite mild. And this weather condition continues and it stops in the late autumn. And this was for till and until. The first time, the next time, the last time. The first time, past. The next time, future. And the last time, past. Examples. The first time I came to this hotel, comma, I had the best night's sleep for months. Maybe I have come to this hotel for many times, but I'm talking about the first time. And I am talking about past. Next, the next downtime. Downtime is the time that you're not working, that you're not active. Maybe you're on vacation or holiday. The next downtime I'm going to have is this weekend. The next downtime I'm going to have is a noun clause. And we don't have two clauses here. Two separated clauses, I mean. We don't have a main clause, so we don't separate anything with comma. The next downtime I'm going to have is this, for example, this weekend I'm going to have a vacation. And the next downtime refers to future. Next, the last time I could work at home best, I could work best was when everyone had gone to bed. The last time. So I had worked at home for many times, and the last time I worked best was when everyone had gone to bed. So because the home must be so quiet so that I can work, and the last time I worked best was the time everyone had gone to bed. Next, as soon as means immediately after. Immediately after something happens, without delay. Without delay. I fully packed up as soon as I saw my girlfriend. Immediately after. Immediately after. Maybe I was down and I suddenly, immediately, without delay, packed up. Packed up means I became fresh. I got a lot of energy. I became live and cheerful. I became lively, more lively and cheerful when I saw my girlfriend immediately after. So I fully packed up, I saw my girlfriend, it happened first, then I fully packed up. The second clause happened first. Next, as soon as I start kicking my soccer ball around, playing with my soccer ball and kicking it around, I mellow out. I mellow out means to chill out, to calm down, to relax. As soon as I start playing with my soccer ball, my mind clears. Next example. As soon as the stocks began to decline, means to decrease in price, the accountant came hurrying up to bring us the news. Immediately after that stocks began to decline, the accountant understood it, and he ran to us and bring us this news. As soon as the first, which one happened first? The stocks began to decline. Then, accountant bring us the news. Immediately after. I decided to come clean as soon as the police found out I had something to do with the money missing. Oh, I'm guilty. I need to come clean. Come clean means to tell the truth about something you have done. Maybe you have done something wrong, and you should come clean. You should tell the truth about what you have done. Which one happened first? The police found out that I had done something? Then I decided to come clean, to tell the truth. So the clause beginning with as soon as happened first. Ever since means continuously since. Ever since I went to gym, I'm concentrating better during busy days, because exercising really helps you. Ever since means from the time I went to gym, from the time I went to gym, I continuously feel better, maybe working better. Ever since means since something happened continuously afterward. Ever since I started watching English with Arash videos on YouTube, I've spoken more confidently. Ever since, from the time since I started watching English with blah blah blah, I've spoken more confidently. So since something happened, something happens continuously, frequently, afterward. Next. Ever since the coup has started in this country, people have been changing their money into gold, because when something politically, something bad happens to the politics of the company, to the country, people feel stressed, people are afraid, and they change their money into something that is more valuable. Maybe a war is happening, a coup is happening. Coup means a sudden, violent seizure of the power of the country. For example, some people want to take the power of the country, want to take over a country. So they want to take the power, seize the power, grab the power from authorities, and this action is called coup. Since the coup started in this country, from the moment it has started, people continuously afterwards have been changing their money into gold. Next. Ever since the doctor has prescribed her patients with sleeping pills, they acknowledged that they have become power nappers. Acknowledged means admitted, accepted. And power napper means power nappers are people who sleep easily at any time they want. I always envy these kind of people because I hardly ever sleep easily. Power nappers are people who can sleep easily at any time of day. They want to sleep and they do it. They fall asleep easily, and they always like to take a nap in the afternoon, in the evening. And there was a doctor that prescribed her patients with sleeping pills, and since that happened, these patients came to the doctor and said, admitted, acknowledged that, oh, we are relieved now. We are power nappers now. We couldn't sleep before, but since you prescribed us with these sleeping pills, we are sleeping better continuously afterward. Frequently, we have become power nappers. So this is how we use ever since in English. Next. From a particular point in time, something happens afterwards. From the moment I get to the office, a particular point in time, I get to the office. Afterwards, I start planning what I need to do that day. Something happens, something starts happening from a point of time. An individual mental power peaks from the moment something starts happening. They start sleeping the full 8 hours a day. Yes, your mental power peaks. Peaks means reach the highest point. Reach the highest point. Your mental power peaks. Reach the highest point from the time you start sleeping 8 hours a day. So sleeping 8 hours a day is really important for any individual. Next. From the moment we ran ads, doing advertisements, we thrived, we excelled, we aced, we became excellent at our entrepreneurial venture. Yeah, we were entrepreneurs. We started our work, we started our business recently, and we started doing advertisements. We started running advertisements, and we thrived. So from the moment we started doing advertisements, running them, we thrived afterwards. Every so often. What does it mean? Every so often means from time to time. Occasionally. Every so often. Every so often I add a sculpture to the huge collection that I'm building up. Yeah, for example, I have a collection and a collection of sculptures. And every so often, occasionally, from time to time, I add a new sculpture to this collection. The collection that I'm building up. building up. To build up means to accumulate, to gather. I'm gathering, I'm accumulating, I'm building up a huge collection of sculptures, and every so often I add another sculpture to this huge collection. Next. Every so often this company runs into serious problems. It's wrong to blame administrative problems on their employees' shortcomings. It's wrong. Every so often, occasionally, from time to time, this company runs into serious problems. It encounters serious problems. Another example. Every so often, I go swimming to chill out after a few rough days. It's good to do so if you feel a little down or stressed out. Go swimming to chill out every so often. Go swimming to chill out, to relax, to take life easy. All of these sentences include just one clause, so mostly with every so often we don't use them in sentences with two clauses. Next, whenever, at whatever time, at whatever occasion, at any time. Examples: whenever, at whatever time, at whatever occasion you take my side in an argument, I feel proud and confident again. Whenever means at whatever time, at any time, you take my side, you have my back, you support me, I feel proud and confident again. Two clauses. The first one separated with a comma. Whenever a survey is done in this university, comma, I realize that more people are losing their religious beliefs. Oh, so survey. Every time, at whatever time, at any time, we do a survey. We understand that we've learned something new about people's religious beliefs. They're giving their religious beliefs up. This is a fact. The furniture in your living room is falling apart. Fall to pieces, break. Falling apart means fall to pieces, break. Buy some new ones. Whenever you have, one, because furniture is not countable. Buy some new one. Whenever you have money. Whenever means at any time. Oh, we have a quiz before signing off. We have 5 sentences and 5 expressions of time: next time, once, whenever, until, and ever since. And we want to put them in a proper position. The first sentence. Put the video on pause and solve this exercise. Do this exercise on your own and then play it. Check if you have answered these questions correctly with me. Yes, a time expression. You see her, pay my regards. It's a time in the future and it's going to happen just once. So the next time you see her, pay my regards. The second one, a time expression. They wake up, they're on the go until bedtime. On the go means busy doing something. A time, from a time they wake up, they continuously are busy doing something until bedtime. Once something happens and then continues afterwards. Take the garbage out. Possible. If you want to say at any time possible, at any time possible. The garbage can is overflowing, so whenever possible, at any time possible. John is such a grouch. At the time, until the time, I don't know. He has a few laughs with his friends. So this being grouch is going to stop. So we should use until. The last one. I lost my watch and I've been late for all my appointments. I lost my watch, and continuously after, I'll be late, so ever since. Done. Thank you for watching, guys. If you find this video useful and helpful, subscribe us, drop a like, and compose your own examples and write them in the comments. Follow us on other videos that we are going to create for you, and thank you so much for being with us. So long!